Dom, D-O-M dot.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, sir.
Oh, yeah, facts.
It's been a minute.
Yes, it is. It has, man.
So officially, welcome to the Onsight Interview, the Onsight Media Group interview.
Yeah.
The official Onsight Interview. And because we got to start it a little different, because you're a very unique artist. Number one, I don't want to say it like that, but
okay.
You're a unique individual, and you are the first person to ever receive not one but two on-site interviews.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
Nah, not really.
So let's break this down. I'm gonna break this down for you.
Okay.
So recently you had an interview with Jonathan Kente of Reciprocity.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
And Jonathan is one of the founding members of Onsight.
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of did me a disservice, so I'm gonna put him on blast right now.
Oh,
because like half of the questions that he asked you is on the on-site scripted questions list.
Oh, okay.
So I can't ask you none of them questions today, man, because it's gonna be the same interview. Like, who wants to see the same thing twice?
So we got remix.
We basically remixing it. So
okay.
You get the freestyle interview.
Oh, okay.
Because I know you that type of artist, so we coming off the top of the dome. Today. So whatever comes to our hearts and our minds, we're going to discuss it. So we're going to talk a little bit about social media. We're going to talk about the music, of course, because that's why we do this.
Right.
And anything else you want to talk about, bro. So.
All right, let's do it.
But you are definitely the first person to ever get two interviews. Right. Nobody has ever got a follow-up interview on our platform. So shout out to and Reciprocity.
Much
for doing that interview.
Yeah.
Shout out to Reciprocity because you shot a couple music videos with them, right?
Yeah, we did recently.
Dope. So what songs were those that you shot projects or videos to?
So we did Duck Duck Goose. He did Duck Duck Goose. I think we was getting ready to get started on something else. I think Mike Matthews, but we didn't shoot that yet.
Okay, got you. So Duck Duck Goose is the record that you're currently promoting, or first of all, let's not even go there.
Right.
Let's go back to like the origin, the original. So I don't think you are originally from Sanford.
No.
Okay, so originally you are from where?
Brooklyn.
I was saying New York.
East New York.
So I can hear it all in the voice.
Yeah. Been down here a minute though.
How long you been in North Carolina?
Since I was like 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been down here like almost 20 years? Well, I don't want to give your age away, but you're a seasoned brother like myself.
40, bro.
Oh yeah,
you dig?
Okay, yeah,
so yeah,
you right there with me.
Yeah, but I be moving. I was moving back and forward though, so you know what I mean.
Okay.
I wouldn't spend the whole entire time here, but a majority of the time.
Right. Okay.
Been in my zone, feel it still in my spirit, I've been on my own. Still just living my legend till my day's gone. Still been feeling grateful just for making it home. Giving me grace, feelings of God, let's give him some love. Giving me space, hold the applause, just give me a hug. If I said that I would catch you, would you fall for me? If you ain't heard from me lately, would you call for me? I'm in this ride like wow, I really came from nothing. I remember days, it was pain and suffering. Making it to brighter days was my main discussion. Now I'm making music daily and they saying they
You being from New York originally, and now being in North Carolina for quite some time, and do you still feel like you are a New Yorker, although your current address is in New York? Is in North Carolina.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. When you're from New York, man, you always from New York.
And I've heard New Yorkers say that exact thing, like it don't matter. I could be gone for 50 years, but I'm still absolutely from New York.
Proud of it, man. Yeah, man.
Like y'all accent don't change. So like I could move up north, and this actually happened. I moved to New Hampshire for about 2 years. And my time in New Hampshire, no one could tell me, or they thought that I was from like upstate because of the way I talk.
Right.
But then when I was in their environment, I heard how country I was and how much I sounded like I am from North Carolina.
Totally out of place, man.
Way out of place.
Yeah, they
so
catch it like that, bro.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So why do you never lose the New York dialect? Like people from Cali, they lose that West Coast slang, and then they start sounding like whatever the area they're from is. But like New Yorkers, it don't matter where y'all go. Everything is dead ass, son. It's dead ass, and
Yo, you know
I
what,
ain't mean
man?
I ain't mean to stereotype.
I think I
like that.
lost it though, man, cause I just catch myself using like country words and shit, like I'm finna do this or.
And that's because you've been in North Carolina for 20 years.
Yes, we don't talk like that in New York.
Right,
It's
right.
like, yo, I'm about to go do this. I'm about to go do that. You know what I mean? It's just different, man.
I can dig
But
that.
I still got a little bit, man. You know.
Right. Okay. Let's take it to the music now. So we know you're from New York.
Right.
So the influences on your music, like who are the people that you would say contributed to your sound, or what did you listen to that kind of helped you mold the sound or the way that you rap now? Or I don't even want to say rap, but your overall sound.
All right. So of course Jay-Z.
Yep.
Love that, man. That's that Brooklyn joint, man. Jadakiss,
Yep.
Cassidy,
Heavyweight.
you know, Lil Wayne.
Absolutely. Okay.
You know what I mean? So them four kind of really influenced me. So I'm glad you didn't ask me what was my top 5, because that joint be iffy. You know what I mean? So
I think your
influences was
top
better.
5 would really depend on what stage of life you were in and what you heavily listen to. Me being a huge Outkast fan, my top 5 has changed several. Well, my 4 of my top 5 has changed several times. My number 1 has always been Andre 3000. It's been the originality, the cadence, the uniqueness to just be different
Right.
and not fit into any particular box.
Right.
That's what made me a big Andre fan. So
Confidence.
confidence. That's the perfect word, confidence.
Right.
Thank you. So again, you named Jay-Z, you talked about Wayne. So specifically, like what did you see in Jay that made you a fan? What did you hear or see in Wayne that made you a fan? What did you hear or see in Cassidy?
Well,
And then I feel like I know what Cassidy is, but I don't want to keep rambling and cut you off. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
you good. So the thing with Jay, man, it's like you know, coming from Brooklyn, you know, you can see these things.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? So when somebody says something, you can visualize that because you done been in them streets before.
Yep.
You know, so it's so when you talk about Marcy Projects, like my grandmother lived in Marcy Projects. My aunt lived in Marcy Projects. I've
So
been
you
to
got a
Marcy
story
Projects.
behind it.
Yeah, I used to go to the doctor down the street from Marcy Projects. We walked past Marcy Projects. You know what I mean? So it was just something that was just, you know, just kind of the right thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like no question.
I dig that. So I don't even want to go. I want to talk about Cassidy.
Okay.
Because, and a lot of people, if they are really fans of hip hop, to me, I know Cassidy from the rap battle scene. Like the rap battle scene. Cassidy put out a few albums, but to me, it was always about Cassidy battling.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of those like what's my dude that went up against Cannabis, and was it
Yeah.
Cannabis and LL Cool J?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
to me, Cassidy has always he's been that type of rapper. Even though he made some very catchy songs, it was like, I need you on a one-on-one. I need you on a URL or a smack battle or something like that.
Right.
So what was it about Cassidy that made you a fan?
Is battling.
The battling.
Because it wasn't even really about his real, hit songs. Because I mean, it was alright, you know what I mean. But I didn't really see those songs like being him. You know what I mean?
It was the industry. Like you
Yeah.
signed to the label, and this is what the label wants to hear.
Right.
But when you got the true artist, you had to go and search him out and see him in that URL or that
Them
smack battle.
punchlines, bro.
The
You feel me?
punchlines, fact.
Yeah. So that's what really got me with him, and you know what I mean? That shit it's just dope, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
And that's hip hop, though. You know what I
That's
mean? Because
hip-hop.
now
That's-
it's like
that's the
it's
spirit of
It's a
hip-hop.
little bit different now. You know what I mean? It don't necessarily have to have a lot of punches. You know, it's. I mean, I don't know. It's just different. It's like night and day.
Let's talk about that. And I think the industry has a lot to do with what mainstream says is the current trend.
Mm-hmm.
So recently on one of the Onsight podcasts, I did a hip hop debatable where I said, in my opinion, the debate is hip hop is now TikTok. And what I mean by that is I've heard several executives say or it's a real thing, you can go platinum on TikTok simply because you've had your sounds trending. You've had this sound bite that has been reposted or shared a million times, or whatever the numbers are.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go platinum on TikTok. And I think a lot of artists, I'm going to use that new Nicki Minaj song, the joint she got with her and Uzi Vert, the Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
right? To me, this is a TikTok trending type song.
Mm-hmm.
I think Beyonce made this, like she put people on game a couple years ago when she released the album, and it was like nothing but sound bites for TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So with the industry saying and how the medium form has changed, everybody isn't necessarily going and buying your CD.
Right.
It's more streaming, and we need to get to it in quicker form. So I need to be able to find you on Snapchat, on TikTok, on Instagram,
Right.
and hear your music or your hook playing behind the guy that's cooking pizzas. I need to hear your song in his video.
Right.
And that's how you get to those million streams. Like, do you feel that that's accurate? Like the way the industry has kind of shifted and molded the culture, that now TikTok is hip hop, or what people are doing or what they're trying to gimmicking is what they see on these platforms, instead of being original and being about the lyricism, the punchlines, like a Cassidy, like a Cannabis, or I don't know any other artist, or like a Dom.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I don't know any other artist, like a Dom.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your thoughts on that?
Well, people always been trying to make, these catchy things. You know what I mean? Like when, say for instance, like Soulja Boy, he made the "you" and all that going on. Like,
right.
So people always been trying to, make these catchy type things. So, but with the TikTok thing right now, it's kind of crazy, bro. I mean, I really don't. I don't really know how to operate that. Like how to maneuver with these things, because
it's a lot of different apps out there, man. It's a lot to keep up with.
Well, what it is, man, it's changing everything to where, like, you don't even have to put that much effort or whatever it is into the song now, because you only need that, like you said, that small part that somebody really gonna like, or could dance to, or can whatever they doing to it.
Right.
And it just snowballed from there. So, I mean, it's like when we used to have to sit down and write a whole song out. You take your time, you writing all these lines, all this stuff like that there. But that's not even what they're using in the TikToks. You know what I mean? So
It's true.
I mean, I don't really know what to think about that, to be honest, man. I know that it's done changed a whole lot, and me being 40. I done seen this. You've seen it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But to be honest, man, I liked it how it was. You know what I'm saying?
I can't disagree with that.
Because now it's just now it's much easier to get to you and find you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Much easier to put your work out.
True.
But it's what it did. I mean, it brung everybody. You see what I'm saying? So now everybody is capable of, making a little tune or whatever. It kind of evened the playing field for people, you know what I mean? So everybody has that opportunity now. So now you realize that it's millions of artists doing all kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's kind of humbling.
I read a report once that said each year there are about 3,000 new music artists or new musical releases per year. And about 3 to 5% of that actually make it to the mainstream. So, like, I'm not a mathematician. I ain't even gonna sit here and try to calculate those numbers.
Right.
But we see that that's a very, very small bunch.
Mm.
So do you think, because you're trying to get above or make yourself seen above that cesspool of people, do you think that has anything to do with why people will favor creating the gimmick records or going to these trends instead of being original and giving their authentic self in their music or their art?
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So it was like T-Pain and You know, Lil Wayne and all, when they first came out, you know, they was doing this little, you know, this harmonizing thing or whatever.
The auto-tune.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, so, and putting that reverb and all this going on and stuff. So now everybody has to have that, you know what I mean?
I don't disagree with that.
So-
I think it created, or the industry created, like a sound, and a lot of artists do choose to vocalize or put effects on their voice to sound in that way.
Yeah. So I don't put any of that on mine. You know what I mean? It's just, mine is just like the same way I started rapping way back, you know, when I came here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even change it. You know, and so I was talking to somebody last night, and we in the studio, and I was like, yo, man, like, bro, do I need to start singing? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to, I don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
But it's like, I need some of that, because that's what it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm not changing or like adapting to what's going on right now. So you don't know if it's a plus or a negative for you. But me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to change but stay the same, if that make any sense.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I think that's evolution. Like, as we get older, we learn different things, we become different people. So we can't stay, like I've said this, if I'm a rapper
Mhm.
and I came up from the streets, from the trap, that's what I know. So I know the streets, I know selling dope and all of this.
Mhm.
And then I make it to the corporate level.
Mhm.
Why am I going to continue to rap about selling dope if I'm not doing that anymore? So my example is going to be Biggie. Like, Biggie said this, I started out hustling, but now I'm talking about pushing acts with, and my mom's got minks on her back. So he went from the struggle of the streets to the glitz and glamour. So his subject matter changed.
Mhm.
Another great example I use is like Jeezy. Jeezy was the snowman for a long time, but then as he got older, he became corporate thugging. Like, he's not young Jeezy anymore.
Right.
It's just Jeezy.
Right.
We still get those, you still get the hood stories, but he's also talking about building businesses. And so is he still Jeezy if he's still the snowman in 2024? Is it still?
Well, it is, but what it is, I mean, it's just like Jay-Z. You know what I mean? So when he started out, you know, he rapping about this and that, you know, the streets and all
That's
this
another
going on.
example, absolutely.
So now, you know, when you listen to his music, like, damn, you can barely understand what the hell he's talking about, because you don't understand, you know, what's going on in his world no more. So when he's talking about all of these paintings and these cars and things like that in these different countries.
Like real life. When the Tom Ford record came out, I had no clue of who Tom Ford was, that he was a designer.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
so no,
But
point taken.
But if it wasn't for people, you know, making that rise or achieving that success, you know, they come back, they schooling us. You see what I'm
Truth.
saying? They schooling us. So if the dope boy didn't never get money to go buy them 32-inch rims, shit, we would have never seen them. You know what I'm saying? So somebody got to get out
Truth.
there, move up, you know, so you can school everybody else, man, and kind of give everybody some motivation. Like, yo, you can do this too. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, man. It's all about
Truth.
leveling up. So, I mean, you the same person, but your subject matter is different, because you're not exposed to them same problems that you had in the beginning.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, you change it up a little bit, man.
With your sound, what is 40-year-old Dom talking about, or how did 40-year-old Dom level up from 25-year-old Dom in his music?
Okay, so
Yeah, you know we got to get deep for a second.
yeah, so when I first started, you know, we run around talking about silly shit, you know what I'm saying? Just putting words together and all this going on, cause so when we started, you know, you really actually had to go and rap this stuff to people. You know what I mean? And it wasn't as easy to go get beats. You couldn't go to YouTube and download a beat just like that fast. You know what I mean? Like
Truth.
You made a rap, and however you delivered that was your beat. So you kind of, rock to your own drum. You know what I'm saying? So, but now when you got these beats, and everything's so readily available, like, you go in there, you pick a beat and see, well, you let the beat pick you, right? So you see what a beat is actually saying to you now. You know what I mean? So you can actually make music instead of rap, just a rap. You know what I mean?
I do.
So it's different now. So to answer the question, that person, 20 years ago, I wasn't making like music. See what I'm saying? Now, the 40-year-old Dom, I'm trying to make music. Now we did have one, I had a track, we still got it. We're gonna try to clean it up and put it back out. So we had the dating game with Priscilla Ann. Right? So she sung the hook, and that song actually made the radio. They played it one time. And I was through the roof, bro. You feel me?
I dig that. Absolutely.
That was when I decided, you know what? All this other stuff is just raps. I need to make songs like this. You know what I'm saying? It says something. It delivers a message. So at the end of the song, you not sitting there thinking, what did this nigga just say?
Right.
What did he say? You understand what I was trying to project to you. You know what I mean? And that's music to me.
Okay.
So that's what 40-year-old Dom do right now.
Nice. Beautiful answer. I appreciate that. So how important is the artistry or the message behind the music? Or no, rephrase. What's more important? The message in the music or the feeling, the energy behind the record? And just for a little elaboration, I'm watching a video on Instagram and I hear a record label exec say that music really doesn't have to have a subject matter as long as it captures a feeling. So you can go into the studio, jump behind the mic and say rickety tickety tock as long as the feeling of the beat matches the energy of the cadence of your rickety tickety tock, and this could be the next big hit. So in your opinion, what's more important, the energy or capturing the emotion of the record or actually having subject matter in your music?
Well, I would say it depends on who's listening to the record, to be honest. Because in some instances, like me, man, I try to make a feeling. So I wanted to mean something to me. I wanted to mean something to the person who's listening to it. I want you to feel what I'm saying.
Right.
So mine is more like a conscious rapper, maybe like a J. Cole. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, much respect to him. You feel me?
Yep.
But that's the kind of stuff that I go for. So the energy, I mean, clearly you can see the way the industry is.
Right.
You want that energy. But everybody that get behind the mic is just not going to deliver that kind of energy. You know what I mean? You got different strokes for different folks.
Absolutely.
So that's why, okay, so some people like McDonald's. Some people like Burger King.
Facts.
Some people like Taco Bell. Some people like KFC.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just all about what you want. But at the end of the day, you do need a mix of the two at some point. I mean, so you gotta have music that's gonna cater to, different people if you want to be successful. Because if I can't hit you with this dart, I'm gonna hit you with that one. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I gotta hit you somewhere.
Facts. And I think for me, one of the leaders in basically trying things and really putting it out there and allowing the fan base to take hold to it and decide if they like it or not has been Drake. I think Drake has had the most, like, I'm a chant some of these records.
Yeah.
And a lot of them he hit on. Like, for me, the most memorable is probably Started From the Bottom.
Yeah, come
Like
on.
that off timing and the beat is just so crazy, but all these years later, we saw what that record has actually done for the culture. So, like, how ambitious are you when you were in the studio recording
putting your, let's say you're working on a project, you're putting your track list together, how ambitious are you to actually say, you know, this record that I just wanted to try this idea, I'm gonna actually put it on the project?
Well, when it comes to that, man, I don't really I don't do a whole lot of risking, like, you know, a whole lot of risk taking like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just old fashioned, so, you know,
Why
I do
not?
it like, huh?
I say, why not? I feel like, and not to cut you off again, but I feel like the rap world needs more Erica Badu's. And what I mean by that is, now keep in mind that I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, she put that record out there. She did that record live after just vibing in the studio with her band one night.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote that record, and we see what Tyrone has been for her career, or the energy, the way is how that record has contributed to the culture.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, again, why not? Why not take that chance on putting your art out and letting the world appreciate it?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Maybe I should. But it's like for me, it's like I get in my zone and my space.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm safe right there in that space. But what I've been recently trying to do, so you bring up a good point there. So what I've been recently trying to do is reach out to different people. You know what I mean? Because different people give me a different vibe.
Absolutely.
And then we make a different product.
Absolutely.
You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? So it works like that. So, I mean, that's like, you know, with you as a videographer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you may have some people who come and they want to, you know, study you. You know, they want to learn from you.
Truth.
You know what I mean? So they got their stuff that they doing over here. But once they come over here and they speak to you and they get around you, you know, they like, damn, I mean, I need to do this. I can do this shit right here. Like Trail, you know what I mean? He showed me this. He showed me that. Boom. That's with that energy, you're going to inspire him to go do something totally different. You know what I mean?
Truth. Yep.
And open up a different creative door for him. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, everybody got their own little swag. So, yeah, so some of that singing and stuff like that, you know how they do, right?
You gotta
if
try,
I can't
bro.
do it, you know what I'm saying? I need to bring somebody in that can do it.
Now that's big facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Collaboration is definitely one of the oldest tricks in the book. Like,
Yeah.
you hear that sound on your record. If I can't do it, then go find somebody that can sing.
Right.
Nah, I'm not against that at
You know
all,
what I
brother.
mean?
I agree with you 100%. It is a lot of people that are creative in our area. We want to critique your music. We want to put people on your art. So the way that you can help us is to simply email us your music. Submit your music to onsitesubmissions@gmail.com. Again, we want to make sure that people know about the art that you're creating. That's one of the reasons why we started this platform. So we'll continue to go. I did see a post that the Duck Duck Goose video is out on your website,
Yeah.
which is big. You didn't put it on YouTube. Hold on, I gotta stay here for a second. Why did you not put your video on YouTube and instead put it on your website?
Well, we got it on YouTube.
It is on YouTube, okay?
Yeah, but we also put it on the website because I've been talking to people, you know what I mean, and kind of learning things from people. Like I said, collaborating with people, and you know, we're trying to figure out a better way, you know, to put some money in your pocket, or
Absolutely.
or do something different.
That's what I was trying to
Because-
segue to, because I will say your marketing team that you're currently using, they are pretty good, because I did not know that it was on YouTube. All of the advertisements that I've seen have said go to sandtrapmusic.com, which is, if y'all are listening, go to sandtrapmusic.com after this interview and check out the Duck Duck Goose video. But again, like, controlling your narrative, directing people to what you want to see or what you want them to see, and that only. An artist I follow, and I don't know if you've ever heard of or follow La Russell.
No, I don't.
Okay, so I would definitely say look this brother up. And it's not just him, but there is a service called Even. I believe it is, even.biz, which is a platform for independent artists that gets you around the streaming apps so that you can get a bigger payout or faster payouts in the monetization of your art. And I see a lot of these artists like La Russell, like Trans Lee and Gray, which is another a hip hop team that I follow on Instagram. They're on Even instead of putting their music directly on Apple Music or Spotify or Tidal or whatever.
Right.
So they're saying you need to go to Even to buy my record or stream my record before it's available on Apple Music. And I mean, they'll put it on Even for 2 months before it goes to Apple.
So that's just like selling CDs.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like it all started. Because when you really look at that streaming thing, man, that joint is like pennies, bro. You know what I mean? And you need a lot of streams. And then when you get a lot of streams, you really ain't made no money like that. I mean, like, what do you, I don't, I mean, I mean, I've heard some stories, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard for me to believe, like who really making some money? I mean, it's somebody making some money.
The people that have all of the content, or they have an abundance of content to generate high numbers on.
Mm-hmm.
So, and please, nobody quote me. Like, I don't remember this, but I believe 1 million streams on YouTube yields you about $70. Did you know that?
Nah, I thought it was like 2,000.
No, sir.
Like 5,000.
No, sir.
But that's still no
No,
money.
sir. I think when the last time I checked, Tidal was one of the highest paying platforms.
Mm-hmm.
If you did 1 million streams on Tidal, then you might get about 6,000 or something. And this is the reason why artists are going to services like Even, because you could do 1,000 streams and make $500.
Right.
The payouts is structured differently.
Day and night.
But yeah, like controlling your narrative, I think that's important, because we know that the bigger companies, the bigger entities are out for capital gain.
You know, big wigs, man. Them big
Why
wigs
did,
don't.
was it Universal that took all of their music off of TikTok? Who did that?
I'm not even sure, man. You know,
It was a big record label that took all of their artists, all of their music off of the TikTok platform.
Word.
Why did they do that? Like, I might need to research. I remember seeing this story.
It's a reason for everything.
It's a reason for everything.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a reason for everything. So absolutely, I mean, they probably knew the value of what they was giving away, and you know how much TikTok was probably benefiting from it. So if I take that away from you, you know what I mean? I'm at a better position.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Been in my zone, feel it still in my spirit, I've been on my own. Still just living my legend till my day's gone. Still been feeling grateful just for making it home. Giving me grace, feelings of God, let's give him some love. Giving me space, hold the applause, just give me a hug. If I said that I would catch you, would you fall for me? If you ain't heard from me lately, would you call for me? I'm in this ride like wow, I really came from nothing. I remember days, it was pain and suffering. Making it to brighter days was my main discussion. Now I'm making music daily and they saying they.
So we gotta play Who You Got. So have you ever seen this game played before? Have you ever watched one of these interviews?
Yeah.
Okay, so who you got is basically, we're gonna play a game of this or that. I'm gonna give you random artists,
Okay.
and without too much thought, you're gonna give me the first one that pops in your head.
Okay.
And this is gonna be good because I don't have these written down today, so I gotta freestyle them.
Okay.
But I think, all right, we'll go here. In hip hop right now, we got female beefs. So who you got? Lotto or Ice Spice?
Lotto, man.
Okay. Who you got? You got Nicki, you got Meg, you got Cardi. And I have to specify Megan the Stallion,
Yeah.
not Megatron the God.
Right.
When I say Meg,
Yeah.
Megatron.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Megan
about.
the Stallion, excuse me.
You got to take Nicki, man.
Nicki?
Yeah.
Okay. Who you got? Let's see. Let's go groups. Who you got? You got the Locks, or you got Dog Pound?
Come on, man. The Locks, man.
Yeah, that was too
All
easy.
day
That
long.
was too
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, yeah. That was a
too
given.
easy. That was too easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Bigger for the culture. De La Soul, NWA.
NWA.
Okay.
I go with them.
From Chicago.
Mm.
I don't know too many rappers, but Chicago, who you got? You more Chance or you more Dirt?
Chance.
Chance? Okay. Bigger icon for the culture. Scarface. I don't even have anybody to compare him to right now. Scarface is in a different league for me.
For you?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, I like him
But
too.
who you got? Put somebody up against Scarface. Who would you put up against Scarface in a versus? There's a question. Who would you put up against Scarface in a versus?
I couldn't even tell you who would be a fair competition either, to be honest. Cause I listen to Scarface, but I don't really listen to a lot. I really don't listen to a lot of music at all, to be honest, man. Nowadays, I listen to a lot of R&B. You know what I mean? Some mellow stuff. But
That is actually not that shocking because I've heard a lot of hip-hop guys say that they really don't listen to hip-hop, especially when they're recording. And
Right.
you're in the recording process right now.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be influenced by other people's sounds so that they come back and be like, oh, you stole my record or whatever.
I mean, it's
You
just
stole my sound. You stole my cadence.
I drive, bro. I drive. I don't even cut my radio on. Only time I really listen to music.
Nah, that's the thing of our
My
age,
wife.
bro. I do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, when my wife listens to music, that's how I be hearing it. And so
I dig that.
I really don't.
I dig that. Okay. All right, one more. Let me see. One more. Who you got? No, we got to do the 3 artists.
Okay.
Let's do this one again. So, which artist are you leaving on red if they sent you the DM asking to work with you? Who would you do a feature with for the strength of doing the feature? And who would you charge? Okay, so you got it? So who you leaving on red?
Right.
Who you giving the feature to?
Right.
Who you charging the feature?
Okay.
T.I., Wayne, or Drake?
Well, in this scenario, I'm gonna leave T.I. on red.
Okay.
Right. So
T.I. in his prime now. T.I. in his prime.
yeah, T.I. in his prime, but I'm gonna leave him on red right now.
Okay.
Cause I'm sure enough going I'm gonna send Drake the feature.
Facts. I think I made that one too easy too.
And
Facts.
Wayne,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna charge.
Well, I don't know.
I'm gonna charge him like $1. You feel me?
That's great. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I gotta have that.
And this is a hard one. Which record is bigger? The record with Drake or the record with Wayne? Which record goes further?
At this point in time, I think the record with Drake is going further.
I couldn't argue with that.
Now Wayne's cool, but I mean, Wayne's trying to do like a comeback or something like that. I don't know, because he's been more.
I'm really freestyling now. Does Drake deserve to be in the GOAT Talk? We heard the record with him and J. Cole in the Who You Got? Go ahead, say it then. Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Does Drake deserve to be in the GOAT Talk?
Not now.
your
Not
opinion, bro.
not right now. He don't. Not
Okay.
right now. He don't. I don't think he's done it long enough. I don't think he not a fainting goat though. You know what I mean? He ain't one of them. But he eventually, man, if he keep going, which he will, when his time come, he may be in the running for that. You know what I mean? Cause,
I cannot disagree with that.
Because there's a lot of good people, but they old now. So, as things evolve, we going to have old goats. You know what I mean? You're going to have new ones, too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
Every era, it's always GOATs. Like Jay-Z and Big were the
Right.
GOATs of our
at
era.
that time, right.
In this new age range, you get, for a lot of, the middle age was, I think, Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
You were debating Wayne, M, and now it's Drake. Yes, you really Drake, Kendrick, or Cole.
Right.
Take your pick. I don't think you're wrong in either scenario.
You asking me to pick?
No, I'm just saying
Oh, yeah.
in general. But if you want to, yeah,
I don't
take
even
your pick.
Oh,
We've asked other artists this question. I got a great answer from Terrell Flow. Shout out Terrell Flow.
to be honest, man, I don't think Cole care anyway. Either way it go.
Absolutely. I don't think either one of them care.
Right.
It's just for our entertainment because we make them legends by having this conversation.
Well, I'm not gonna pick Kendrick, but I think I'm gonna go with Drake, man.
Why no Kendrick?
I mean, I like him, but I've never went and got on my computer and said, okay, I want to listen to Kendrick. Now I have went on my computer and looked up Cole, you know, when I'm in that moment, and of course, you know what I mean, I'm gonna go in there and look up Drake. That's dope.
Right.